Hey guys, it's Dr. Bickling from Own It Dental, here visiting my friends at Dolan Dental in Warminster, Pennsylvania. I'm surrounded today by my wonderful assistants Sabrina and Kim behind the camera. Today we're going to teach you how to do a 5-minute crown prep, so let's dig into it. All right, like I said, today we're going to teach you how to do a 5-minute crown prep, and all you're going to need for this are 3 burrs. First, you're going to need your carbide burr of choice, a 1mm coarse diamond depth cutting wheel, and your gross reduction burr of choice. So let's dig into it. Let me show you the burrs first. I'm going to teach you what we're doing, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it. So first, we're going to be using a carbide burr. Today we're going to be using a 245. Personally, I like the 557, but you can use your carbide burr of choice. The first step is you're going to do an MOD, and I'll tell you why while we're doing it. The second step is we're going to use our 1mm coarse diamond depth cutting burr. We're going to use this to lop off the occlusion and do our axial wall depth cuts. And then lastly, we're going to use our coarse diamond. This happens to be a thin one, but if you like your BFD, your big fat diamond, you can go ahead and use that too. And we're going to use this for the rest of our axial wall reduction. So now that we have our burrs and we know what we're going to do, let's dig into the crown prep and let's see if I can get it done in 5 minutes or less. All right, so these are the burrs we're going to be using, and this bad boy is going to be toast. All right guys, so we're going to get started by doing an MOD, and the reason why we do an MOD with our carbide burr is that's going to help us do our interproximal reduction, both here and here, but it's also going to be giving us our depth cuts on the occlusal. So Sabrina's going to start the clock here in just a second, and we're going to get started. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Go ahead and get me some suction too. So we're going to start out with an MOD. And I'm using an air-driven handpiece here. Normally I'd love to use an electric one, but today I'm offered an air-driven, so it might bog down a bit on me. And I'm just going to start out by doing an MOD. And again, this is going to get me my axial wall, or my interproximal reduction. And it's also going to be doing my depth cuts across the occlusal. Wonder why I was getting wet and it wasn't working. All right, now we're working. So even though I had a little technical difficulty, we're moving now. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight out the buccal and straight out the palatal. All right, now we're going to make some depth cuts out the buccal and palatal as well. Alright, so that's all we're going to do with the carbide burr, and now we're going to switch over to our diamond depth cutting burr. Okay? And what we're going to do, instead of coming in like this, we're going to come in just like this, straight across the occlusal. There's our occlusal reduction.
Like processing.
Occlusal reduction is done. Now we're going to use the same burr, we're going to keep going, and we're going to use this for our axial wall reduction. We'll go on the palatal, and we'll go on the buccal. Alright, we're only 2 minutes in, and we're on to our last burr. Now we're on to our gross reduction burr of choice, and we're going to finish our axial wall reduction. The key here as you're beginning these is just to get as much of the tooth structure off as possible, as quickly as possible. We'll get to the fancy stuff in a bit. Alright guys, so as you can see, I'm about 90% done with my crown prep here. Now is when I'm going to take my time and do the fine detail. Work on my margins, work on my two-plane axial wall reduction, and all my fine details. So there we go, guys. I think we're just about done. So here's my 5-minute crown prep. Actually, in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Go ahead and stop that, Sabrina. All right, guys, so that was our 5-minute crown prep. 3 burrs, 1 tooth, 5 minutes. You can teach that to all your associates, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video. Talk to you soon. Bye. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like it, go to ownitdental.com or click the link above and check out my services. I have dozens of hours of training videos and have negotiated reduced lab fees for all my clients. So if you want to get out of the dental chair and start owning your business, go to ownitdental.com and check out my services, and I'll see you soon.